Hi Virgo, welcome to your August reading. It is a pleasure to have you here with us today. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and it can apply to your inner planets as well. If you're watching this as a Virgo Sun and you find that it's not resonating, that's okay. I will not be offended. Perhaps you need to go and check out your other placements for something that resonates with you. Virgo, I'm switching it up. I had a new deck that I was using for oracle messages and I'm not vibing with it, so we're going back to my old faithful angel cards, and you will get that towards the end of the reading. So if you are somebody who has a Virgo placement but you watched the first 5 videos and you're like, why are you using these cards? That's why, because these cards speak to me more. Okay, so we're gonna get started. We're gonna jump on in and we are going to see what messages are meant for Virgo in August 2020. What are Virgos supposed to be aware of during this time? What are Virgos supposed to be aware of during this time? I swear if the Death card comes out one more time for you guys, that's a lot of cards that wanted to show itself. I did see the Hangman at the bottom of the deck, so I do feel like some of you guys are being asked to look at things from a different perspective. Virgo, what is going on with you for August 2020? What messages does Virgo need to know? I feel like all the cards want to come out all at once for Virgo. It's something similar that I experienced with Taurus. We have the Two of Cups right off the bat there. Let's see what additional cards want to show up with Two of Cups before I start talking and getting into some things. What else wants to come up for Virgo? Ooh, we have the Devil. Are Virgos experiencing a fatal attraction? What other messages? We have the Ten of Cups. So Virgo, we're talking about relationship for you. Love that. Love that for you. Virgo, you could be dealing with a Cancer, you could be dealing with the Pisces, or you could be dealing with the Taurus Libra. But it's all around love. Okay, so Two of Cups, Devil, Ten of Cups before we get into the Empress. So I'm getting a sense that you are interested in someone. I feel like you are in a relationship with somebody, and what it is like, it's interesting. It's like, so you're in a relationship with someone and this is kind of like what you want versus what it is that you have. Okay, so what you want with this person is like a very happy family union. You get married, kids, white picket fence, you want to grow old together, have like 50 years of marriage, like that type of stuff. You want very like a very like traditional like family life. That's what you want. But what you're getting is some Gaza, okay? You are getting some Gaza in your life. Some of you are experiencing relationship issues, okay? You are feeling chained and tied down to this person. You could potentially want to leave, but out of like obligation or out of trying to fulfill your own personal needs, you are choosing to stay tied to this person. You could be choosing to stay tied to this person because you decided that this is the person you want to be with. This is who you want to cultivate a family with. Perhaps you see your person as the Empress. You see them as somebody that you want to bear fruit with. You want to build a family with. But how is your person viewing you? Because you're both participating in this situation. You're both moving from being two free willing participants in a situation to feeling as though you're like chained up. How does your partner feel about you, Virgo? How does Virgo's partner feel about them? We have Three of Pentacles. Card. Three of Pentacles, Five of Swords. I'm getting the sense that your partner does want to be with you. Your partner's probably upset that you guys are currently in the deadlock phase of your relationship. And that's also what it could be. Like maybe you were like all along you were moving towards the Ten of Cups. Like, yeah, obviously you have your like trials and tribulations or whatever, but the end goal was always to marriage, or was always towards whatever your ideal of a perfect relationship was with this person. The both of you were on board with that, but somewhere along the way it went from, you know, joyous and happiness to just kind of feeling like you're dealing with each other out of obligation because you guys are stuck to each other. You could literally be dealing with this person because you simply just don't want to start over again. Is that a good reason to stay in a relationship? Absolutely not. But Virgo, your partner does view you as somebody that they want to work with, but they just can't seem to get it together long enough for you guys to not be fighting. They can't seem to keep their emotions together enough to not create some sort of chaos and some sort of conflict that the both of you end up feeding into. But it's like at the end of the day, like it's either you walk away feeling hurt or they walk away feeling hurt, but somebody is feeling hurt. Yet you circle back around and come back to each other simply because there's something here that's keeping you like bounded. For some of you, you may have a kid with this person, and that could be what is causing you to feel like stuck to this person. Others of you, it could just be a situation where it's like, yeah, I don't really want to start over with anybody else. Like, we've been doing this for so long. Like, let's just keep going and let's just see if we can eventually get out of this energy and move towards the plans that we've already and always had for each other. Yeah. The good thing is it seems like the both of you are still sort of receptive to staying on this path. It seems like the both of you are still ready to see where life is going to take you guys. What else is going on here? A couple of cards. So I'm just going to take the first card that I see here, which is the Page of Swords. I saw this card a couple of times. It fell out a couple of times with a bunch of other different cards. And I feel like the only way that you guys are going to work towards Ten of Cups and Empress energy is to really work on your communication with each other. The both of you see merit and see value in what it is that you had initially started out in. And look at how the Page of Swords is longingly looking at the Three of Wands. The both of you are sitting here wanting to see where things go, wanting to explore the depths of your relationship. Wheel of Fortune. I think it's time for you guys to change your approach. And remember, I said I saw the Hangman earlier, and it was talking about, you know, maybe Virgo needing to change your approach, needing to change the way that you look at things. And the Wheel of Fortune is coming in and saying that that is going to happen. That is coming in. But what exactly is going to come of this change, Virgo? We have the Six of Cups and we have the Fool, which is great. It's great energy to come after the Wheel of Fortune because it's moving towards happier and better times. I feel like what's going to happen is you guys, the conversation is either going to be initiated by you, Virgo, or by your partner. You guys are going to come together and be like, look, okay, it was fun in the beginning, but it's not really doing it for me. Is it doing it for you? No. You both are going to come to the realization that you don't like feeling how you're feeling right now. The way that your relationship is right now is just not how it can be forever. It's not going to work. It will eventually end in one of you choosing to walk away at some point. At some point, there's going to be a buildup of toxicity between you in which someone is going to have to walk away. But if you can nip it in the butt and have a conversation about how do we move out of this and move towards the plans that we have for each other. You know, I wanted to get married. I wanted to have kids. I wanted to build a life with you. I wanted to travel. I wanted to see the world. There's just so much plans that I had for you. This could be you saying this to your partner. It could be your partner saying this to you. You know, we have so many plans. You know, we actually get along really well. So I'm kind of confused as to why it always feels like there's some sort of conflict and some sort of like battle that we have to overcome when dealing with each other. And that will be the turning point. The turning point will be when somebody is mature enough to really sit down and have an honest conversation with the other person. Virgo, because we're doing your reading, I think it's going to be you. I think you're going to have to be the one to sit down and have this honest conversation with the person that you're interested in and figure out, like, what are we really doing and what's really going on? You know, put out on the table exactly what it is that you want. And maybe you're going to have to ask your partner, like, is this even still something that you want to do? Because the Six of Cups and the Fool showed up to me, it's saying that, yeah, your partner is still interested. Six of Cups. I feel like the way that you're going to get things back on track, Virgo, is when you start talking about the past, when you start bringing up like what things were like in the beginning, when you start reminiscing on like early conversations, when you start reminiscing on those times when you used to fall asleep on the phone together, when you start reminiscing about, you know, the first time you guys met up and how excited you were, when you start reminiscing about the first kiss, the first touch, you know, you start talking about like the first gift that you got, you know, and just kind of going back to a point in time where the relationship was young and it was fresh and encouraging a do-over. Or maybe not even a do-over, but like genuinely like a fresh start. And it can be really hard to have a fresh start in a relationship because it's very hard to forget, you know, what brought you to this energy. Okay? What brought you to this energy? Seven of Cups. So trust might be an issue. Virgo, either you don't trust your partner or your partner does not trust you. And they're having a hard time wanting to move forward with you because they're not really sure what to expect. They're not really sure what to expect in starting over. They're moving with a lot of hesitancy towards starting over. Even though, yeah, they're open to it, they're still a little hesitant because, you know, they don't want to repeat cycles again. Nobody wants to repeat cycles again. And like, how are we going to know for sure that we're not going to end up back in, you know, the Devil, Five of Swords energy where we're just feeling like stagnant and arguing all the time? Yeah, Three of Swords. There's definitely some sort of heartbreak here between you and your person. You could be dealing with a Libra or an Aquarius or a Pisces. Four of Swords. Four of Swords. Yeah, could be dealing with Libra. What I suggest you do, Virgo, is maybe take some time to craft up your proposal. Really think about what it is that you want to say to your partner and how you plan to communicate with them about how it is that you're feeling and what it is that you want to do moving forward. So like I was saying earlier, going in and talking about how things used to be may really help your case. But if there was any form of like infidelity, if there was any broken trust, you are going to also have to talk about how you plan to not have those cycles repeat itself so that your person can see exactly what it is that you're trying to offer them. Because right now, your person might be looking at you like you're trying to come back to me with the same old shit. Like, how do I know that, you know, the cup that you give me is not going to be the one with the snake, and it's actually going to be the one with the heart. Like, how do I know that? Right? We have the Three of Cups. You may have to like enlist the help of friends. You may have to get some of your friends on board. Five of Wands. You're gonna have to try to get friends on board who are not going to try to take over and like hijack your thing. At the end of the day, like I can see that you're gonna like try to consult your friends about like, is this the best way to go about things? And they're going to try to give you a whole bunch of input, and there's gonna be a lot of different like voices trying to fight to be heard, and people trying to convince you that their way is best on how to deal with the situation. Five of Swords, Five of Wands. It's like you're gonna go from one battle, like battling with your partner, to battling with your friends. Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. Eventually you're going to just have to take the lead. So yeah, so I do feel like you're gonna go and like try to solicit help from other people, but I think the best thing for you to do is to really just dig deep into your Four of Swords energy and just like do the work on your own. I know I'm saying to do the work on your own, but you are going to go out looking for help from somebody else or from outside people, and you're going to be met with so many different opinions on how it is that you should deal with things that it's going to have you feeling a little bit conflicted, and ultimately you are just going to have to ride off on your own, on your horse, and figure things out on your own. King of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. You're going to have to make sure that you convey how important this relationship is to you. I think that's going to be the key. The key is finding a way to convey how important the relationship is to you, and that this person is the only person that you be worrying about now. Try not to come off like obsessive though, because we're not trying to like go into the other side of the devil energy, which could deal with like addiction and obsession and compulsive behavior and stuff like that. We're not really trying to scare the person away. We're trying to get them to stick around. Page of Wands, Queen of Wands. You're probably going to have to do some sort of grand gesture for this person to really take you seriously. I get the sense that you already have something brewing. There's already something that you're thinking about, and you're trying to figure out how to, you know, bring it to the main stage for this person. Okay. Is this person going to be receptive though to what it is that you have to say? We have the Star and the Ten of Wands. Hopefully you guys can see that. I would be hopeful if I were you in the fact that this person may be receptive to it, with the Ten of Wands showing up. I'm kind of feeling like if they are receptive to it, this is like your one and only final chance. And I know that's a lot of pressure, but it's kind of like they're giving you, they will be giving you one more chance. Like this is the end. This is the end for them. Okay. Any last messages for Virgo? Any last messages for Virgo? Any last messages for Virgo? Maybe even how the partner will respond. Eight of Pentacles. If you go ahead with your grand gesture, yes, the partner will probably be like, this is your last chance. But Eight of Pentacles is showing me that partner is also willing to work on things with you. They're not trying, because also remember, like there's two people down here in this card. There's two people in the Devil card. It's not just you alone. It takes two to tango. Two of Cups with the Devil, Ten of Cups. It is the both of you in this together. I'm just getting the sense that like your partner just needs reassurance that like this is worth it, right? And once they see that it is worth it, they're gonna be ready and willing to get in there and do what it takes to bring the relationship back to the days, messing up my spread, but bring the relationship back to the days of the Two of Cups so that we can work towards the Ten of Cups, okay? All right, Virgo. I hope that was helpful for some of you. Now we're going to get into my angel cards. Okay, angel cards, angel cards. We are going to see what messages the angels have for Virgo. Let's see. Oh, already? Steady progress. We have steady progress, Virgo. Give me 1 second. Let me get that book open. I think this is actually a really good card to come up before I even start reading it. Is I feel as though, Virgo, when I was talking to you about making that grand gesture and we had the Page of Wands and the Queen of Wands, it is a slow progression. Like you're putting together exactly what it is that you are going to do and what it is that you are going to say to this person to win them over and to get them to see that this is really something that you are serious about and that you really want to put your all into. And it's going to take time for you to get to a point where you're ready to present it to them. And this is the steady progress. Like, don't get discouraged. Like, there's going to have to be work that goes into rebuilding and recultivating this relationship to even resemble anything like what it was in the past. Because that's the thing, Virgo, before we get into this, the past is the past, right? So it's going to be a little bit unrealistic for you to be trying to get your relationship to be what it was in the very beginning. All you can do is try to figure out a way to make it be something better, right? Like, how do we make this relationship 2.0, okay? Through steady progress. It reads, "We acknowledge you for the progress you've made in remembering love in your daily activities. We can clearly see the contribution you're making to the world through your thoughts, feelings, and actions of love. You drew this card as reassurance that you're making steady progress. You sometimes harshly compare yourself to others and feel that you should be farther ahead on your path by now. Yet look how far you've come, how many lessons you've learned, and how many people you've helped. Focus on your progress instead of expecting perfection from self. Each day, take at least one small action step concerning a project that you're passionate about. Additional meanings for this card: you're on the right path even if it feels like you're moving slowly. Praise the light instead of cursing the darkness, and appreciate yourself." And honestly, Virgo, I really don't know what else to say because the card already, like the book already said exactly what I was explaining before. You're on the right path even if it feels like you're moving slowly, even if it feels like, you know, things are not moving as quickly as you would want. One thing I will say is the both of you are still in this relationship. You're both still here. You're both still hanging on to each other. You're both still in each other's energy. So there's a reason for that, and it's because you both care about each other. So have hope and have faith that everything is going to work itself out with continued progress. Thank you so much for tuning in, Virgo. I will see you in September.